Hello everyone, welcome back to another Fusion 360 basics video. Today we're going to be going over the pattern tool. So up here we only have the rectangular pattern. However, we can scroll down to here, but we have our pattern, we have a rectangular pattern, a circular pattern, and a pattern on a path. So what this allows you to do is to make repeated features spaced evenly throughout an entire other larger object. So for an example, if let's say I would take this, I want to make a Connect 4 board or some kind of pegboard. So I would create, let's say a circle over here. I'll extrude that circle. We'll go 15. There we go. So I want to repeat this object across the entire board in a rectangular pattern. So I would take this rectangular pattern. I would change type to features, so I want to copy the extrude, and I'll choose the direction. To choose the direction you want to go, since I want to go up here and down there, I will click this edge. So you see these arrows show up. Now you can technically drag them out, and the pre-recorded setting is 3. You can go with 4, be a little bit tight. Go up here, and then we go down here, and also so it'll be 4 down, 3 across. We go with 5 across, and when I click OK, it'll make all of them evenly. So I have this Lego looking piece. I can do the same thing with cuts. So if I want to take this circle, I want to cut it. So I'll go with, I think this is -5. I want to make the impression inside of it. I will go back to my rectangular pattern. I still have it in features. I will choose the cut and directions. I will choose this edge. I could just drag, or I could choose the exact amount that I want to go. Let's say I want to go 4 here, and we'll go with 5 here to a little bit farther out. There we go. This is a very easy way to make even spacings of everything. The thing is, this is only on a rectangular pattern. Let's see what I want to do on a circular pattern. So here I have a disk with this little extrusion on the end right here. So if I wanted to create this feature going all the way around, let's say 7 times spaced evenly, I go to create, I will go to my circular pattern, go to features, choose this little extrusion here. I will choose my axis because now we're going on a circular pattern. I'll choose this as my center axis. You don't only have to choose the center axis. You could also choose the outside of this circle because it knows that this revolves around this axis evenly. So I'll choose this. Automatically, it goes to the default number 3. I'm going to go with 7 because that's the number I said before. I would click OK. This angular spacing is perfectly even. You can choose whichever way you want to go with angles. I'm going to go with just full. That's what 12 is a little too much for me. We'll go with 7. And there we go. That gives me this shape. Now to over here, in terms of the creating something on a given path, I'll create just a rectangle with hotkey R. We'll extrude. We'll go with 15. And then on this, I will draw some curve using a spline tool. There we go. We'll go a little bit out there on the curve. Now I'll zoom in and I'll start. And I will then, if it'll let me select this, which it's not currently. This is being slightly annoying. We'll cancel it. There we go. Got it. Sorry about that. And I will extrude this all the way through. So now I have this feature that I want to create along this path. We'll go back down to here to pattern. Pattern on path. I will go to features because the extrusion is a feature. I will select my extrusion. I will select my path. And now I could drag, let's say I'll go with a little more than 3. Let's go with 9. And I could drag all of these along the path and we'll space it evenly. And it could go further. It all depends on how far along you want it to go. I'll click OK, and we'll make these cuts along this path. So this is extremely useful, let's say when you want to make gears. I don't know if I have the gear, um, if I have the gear feature installed. But let's say you want to make gears and you want to make them all even going around. You want to make a planetary gear system. It would probably be the easiest to create the gear. Let me see if I can find it. Add-ins, scripts and add-ins all the way down. Spur gear, we'll choose the one. There we go. Here it is. So let's just say I make a random gear. There we go. We have one gear. I want to take this. Well, I'll go back to solid. Um, Hopefully I'll be making videos on gears. I don't know myself how they perfectly work, so I won't exactly be going into it yet because I don't know myself. I'll create an axis in order to rotate the gears around. Go back to pattern, circular pattern. I'll be choosing bodies because I want the entire gear. Select my axis, click OK, and now I have 3 gears rotated, spaced evenly around an axis. I could put another gear inside the center, but that would have to be done with like a lot of math, which I don't have the time to do right now. So that's the pattern tool, rotation, circular pattern, and rectangular pattern. I use these not so often. I use the circular pattern more than the rectangular pattern. You could also use the rectangular pattern to cut away. I forgot to mention that. Let's go with circle. Go with 25, and then I will do something on this surface. Create another circle. We'll make a large one. Then we'll cut away from here. Okay. So now that I have this feature, I'm going to go back to my circular pattern. Go to features, which was this. I'll choose my axis, which would be this. Click OK, and it will cut around this whole shape. So it is very useful in terms of using this plus revolves. You can make a lot of really cool shapes, which will be the first project video, which we're going to have next, which hopefully all of you who will watch the project video will submit your own project to the chat, which I would love to see. So see you on the next one.